Have you ever watched the Hashira in Demon Slayer and thought, why do these characters feel like they just walked out of a different universe? That's because they kind of did. They're inspired by real samurai and a code called Bushido. Once you understand it, you'll never look at Demon Slayer the same way again. Welcome to Anime Origins, the channel where we uncover the hidden history, real-world mythology, and deeper meaning behind your favorite anime. If you're into anime that teaches you something, you're in the right place. What is Bushido? Bushido wasn't just a rule book. It was a code of honor, a way to live and to die. It was passed down for centuries among Japan's elite warriors, and at its heart are 8 virtues: honor, loyalty, courage, justice, respect, compassion, honesty, and self-control. This wasn't just about fighting. Samurai were expected to live these values every single day, on the battlefield and in daily life. If you broke the code, you brought shame to your name, your family, even your ancestors. Let's look at some real people who lived it. Miyamoto Musashi is the most famous swordsman in Japanese history. He won over 60 deadly duels and never lost once. But he wasn't just a fighter. Musashi was also a painter, poet, and philosopher. He believed that mastering the sword meant mastering the self. He lived alone, avoided luxury, focused his life on discipline and clarity. He wrote the Book of 5 Rings, one of the most respected texts on strategy in the world. One of his most famous lines? Do nothing which is of no use. That's Bushido in a sentence. Now consider Saigō Takamori, often called the last true samurai. In the late 1800s, Japan began to modernize. The samurai class was being erased. Swords were banned. Warriors were told to adapt or disappear. Saigō refused. He led the Satsuma Rebellion, a final stand to protect the values of Bushido. He knew it was hopeless, but he fought anyway. He died with sword in hand, facing overwhelming odds, not for victory, but for honor. His statue still stands in Tokyo today, calm, proud, and unforgettable. So what does this have to do with Demon Slayer? Everything. Because the Hashira are more than just elite fighters. They're the spiritual successors of that samurai code. Rengoku lives and breathes honor. He greets death with a smile, not because he wants to die, but because he knows his death has meaning. Giyu shows justice and self-control, quiet, focused, loyal to the mission, not the praise. Shinobu brings compassion and intelligence to battle. She uses poison, not brute strength, but still follows the code. Each Hashira reflects one part of Bushido, but together they show its full spirit. And Bushido's relationship with death is central to all of this. To a samurai, death wasn't something to fear. It was something to accept, if it came with purpose. Rengoku doesn't beg for life. He doesn't regret his fate. He protects the innocent, holds the line, and dies with peace. Even Tanjiro, though not a Hashira, is constantly guided by these values. He puts himself at risk not because he wants glory, but because he believes in protecting others. That's the way of the warrior. But here's what makes Demon Slayer so brilliant. It doesn't just copy Bushido, it challenges it. Samurai were told to suppress emotions, serve without question. But the Hashira, they feel everything. They grieve, they love, they get angry, they fall apart, and still rise again. They show that true strength isn't about hiding your heart, it's about facing it. And Bushido? It's still around. In martial arts like Kendo, Judo, and Karate, you see respect, honor, discipline, passed down through generations. Even in Japanese workplaces, values like loyalty, humility, and service still echo the old code. And in anime, Bushido lives on. From Naruto to Bleach, Attack on Titan to Rurouni Kenshin, those ancient values still shape the heroes we admire. And here's a cool detail. Rengoku was intentionally written as a traditional samurai. He talks with old-fashioned formality, fights with dignity. His final stand? I know you cried at this scene. It's not just a moment of sadness, it's a salute to something timeless. Each Hashira embodies Bushido, but also wrestles with it. They don't blindly follow the code, they question it, break it, grow beyond it. That's what makes them real. So yeah, Demon Slayer is fantasy, but beneath the swords and demons, it's built on something deeply human. That's the power of anime. It takes ancient ideas and gives them new life. Thanks for watching. This is Anime Origins, where every story has a deeper story. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on your notification bell. Next time, we're diving into the real Shinto gods behind Naruto's Uchiha clan. See you soon.